Nigga!
I'm back. Somebody tell me.
I was gonna put it on,
Fuck
but then
it.
last
Ladies and
time
gentlemen,
we didn't.
welcome back
Okay.
to the Ma 2020 pod, sub versus dub. We just getting started. I don't know what y'all doing.
Go ahead.
But thank you for joining us. Happy Black History Month. Should be more than a month, but that's another conversation.
We'll talk about
28
You know what I'm
days.
saying? Thank you for being here today with us. Been a little we've talked. No, we've been here, we've been grinding, we've been doing our things, life and lifing. Fresh start to the new year. January, well, we'll get to that. But pleasure being with the boys again. We back. We're about to have a in-depth discussion,
Of some sort.
Of some
That
sort.
we
Appreciate y'all joining us. Please continue following us on our socials. We post them here, and do all that editing and all that stuff.
TikTok is alive.
TikTok, yeah, we back for, I guess, a certain amount of time, but we're going to take advantage of that. You feel me? Yes, sir. So we're going to move on. Let's get this ball rolling. So it's been a minute, but we should do, actually,
Mental check.
yeah, let's do a mental check. And I got a little would you rather for you guys too. Let's do the mental check first.
Been a while.
You don't
It's
wanna do
been
the-
a while. It's been a while since we did it.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know the last time I asked y'all like,
Yeah, it's
would
been
you
a while.
rather? Right.
Yeah, it's been a
Rather.
while. All right, so mental check.
Yeah, check the mental.
Where you at there, bro?
7.5.
7.5.
All right. You want to elaborate on that?
Sucks. The weather sucks.
Yeah, yo, this
Could be
weather's been
seasonal
crazy.
depression. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm depressed, but the weather isn't inspiring. Also, too, it's cold, extremely cold. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like 1 minute, like it's gonna be 52 tomorrow. Shit makes no sense. Absolutely
That's
no
wild.
sense.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah. The world's fucked up, to say the least.
Mm.
But me personally, I'm doing okay. Could be better, but yeah, I can't wait till April, till it's like fucking spring and shit.
Spring and shit. And the
Yeah.
spring gonna be summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nigga,
you
we
know,
gonna have this.
Same cycle every
year.
year, same shit. But I just need some more sun outside.
To be fair, too, summer didn't end to like December 19th
That's true.
this year.
It was
last
still
year.
Something like
hot.
that. Yeah.
It
That's
was still
true.
hot for a little minute.
That's
a
true.
fact. I'm at an 8. Nothing crazy going on. Just preparing, planning, usual shit for the year. Good news. Some hopefully new opportunities coming along.
I like to hear that.
Set us free.
Had a good
Set us free.
had a good
Let
Valentine's
my
Day.
people go. I got you.
Wade in the water.
But yeah, basically just having
Yeah.
a good month so far. Just grinding, doing the usual shit, and we'll get to all that other stuff
Oh, no doubt.
in a second.
So coming from like a -2,
Mm.
I'm happy to report I'm like a 7, which is great. Oh my God. I'm not gonna go too into it, but man, yeah, that you said that seasonal depression, that shit is real.
Yeah,
January
bro.
was a horrible month. But I think I talked about it before, so I ain't gonna go in depth.
Mhm.
But new opportunity arose for me as well.
Set us free.
That's right. About to do bigger and better things. Staying humble, back to my training, like full time, because that was part of the depression. I wasn't able to even like work out or exercise, and that's like my outlet.
Yeah.
Mm.
You feel me? So that was hard, as well as being sick. So double whammy type shit. But thankfully, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know if that's the good analogy, because usually that means like
No,
it's about to be
sound good.
over,
Nah.
but it's just beginning. You feel me?
So-
right.
So
This is the beginning.
this is the beginning. All right, so
Oh, before that, happy Valentine's Day.
happy Valentine's Day.
And happy Side Chick Day as well. Let's
Wow.
not forget about those
I'm
ones.
I'm going.
Just off rip.
Happy belated to both.
To both.
Man, I'm gonna call for that.
If he take you out today, you know your position, you know your role.
That's
Not
crazy.
true, though.
That's crazy.
Not true.
Yo.
For any circumstances, if they do take you out today just because of work and other circumstances, cool. But if they had the opportunity to take you out yesterday and they take you out today,
If you didn't hear from them yesterday,
then you know your
then,
role.
You know.
You know your role.
You know.
But you do keep the relationships going, so do not.
Also,
Do
too, those that are in relationships that plan accordingly go out on the 13th. Aha, because they know the 14th is going to be hectic.
Sure, it depends. Yeah, I guess.
That's true.
Just
Or
Just
if you're
putting
one of
that out
those
there.
guys that want to be romantic, show up at the job, bring a little gift, like let me surprise her. You know what I'm saying? You go to the job, the boss tells you, "Oh, she called out today."
Oh, I
Well,
just seen that shit. I didn't read.
You
this
know
story
your,
too
you know,
much.
you know your
That's tough.
position now. You feel me? So hey,
She lied to you.
she lied to you, but hey,
She working. Just
truth
not
shall
with you.
set you free.
That's just what it is.
Set us free.
She
Set
clocked
us
in
free.
somewhere else, man.
Shit,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
she
Tough-
clocked in somewhere else.
Tough titty, man.
Overtime.
Oh no.
Yeah, she working.
All right.
Golly.
I got instead of a would you rather, I have a
I said, golly.
okay.
Nigga stupid. Stupid. All right, what you got, bro?
You got good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Instead of a would you rather, I got a question for y'all. All right. I finally write these down so I don't have to always think on the fly. All right. So I'll answer it too. How much would someone have to give you to not cut your hair for an entire year?
Oh God,
What? Like
Yeah.
everything?
Like
just
no, like nothing.
nothing.
Nothing. No facial. You can't cut your
Your
facial
body?
hair. Your body, your hair, nothing. How much
Damn.
someone have to give you to let you keep, to not cut your hair for
No
an entire
That's
year?
kinda, that's
Then I gotta
And,
calculate. I would probably have to calculate the amount of how much I charge my barber.
you
I gotta get technical.
no, that's very technical. I
Every
respect
2
it.
weeks.
'Cause
So
some people be throwing out some
$70 a
arbitrary-
month. I need like 10 times that.
How many times do you think you cut your hair a month?
A month?
Yeah.
It have to usually be 2 times a month, if
cut my
anything.
shit once a month.
Yeah, I cut my
2
shit
times a
once
month. If I'm going out, if I do go out,
See, this is
I might
better
do
if you
3
had the
times.
Twist too. Then that shit would be
Even so,
But I mean, you gonna have the beads. So
no, but
you-
even
you
so,
know
when
what
I had
I'm
the
saying?
dreads, I
So
still
you
did
gotta-
it. I still did the dreads like twice a month
Be the beads.
and stuff like that. So yeah,
So I'm gonna give me a number.
70 a month. So what's 12 times 70? Like 900.
That's it though.
Give me the 9 mil, fam.
$9 million?
$9 million. After who the fuck you think you
Hey,
are?
my look.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a caveman, bro.
Yeah, bro. Your shit's going.
I'm
you
gonna be in a caveman.
Do you?
You're an
a question,
influencer?
do you-
I don't.
Do you grow facial hair at all?
No, this is all you getting.
So do you? Do you?
So
shave-
then what are you worried
Right,
about?
what are you worried about? I was
I'm
about to
saying
say,
if I'm going for a year, this shit will grow out, and this shit.
when's
will
the
be a
last time you
mess.
let your shit grow out here?
I never do.
Exactly.
I never
so-
get a chance to because
You shave it.
I get a cut. I just get a cut and it goes away, and that's it.
So it does grow. You just cut it.
Yeah, but it'll never be like a full type of
It just be
shit.
patchy.
Yeah, just be weird little hair sticking out and shit like that. That's it.
All right. So how much? 9 mil. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, bro. The way I look, I'm not
$9
going
million,
outside.
bro.
I'm not going outside.
But $9 million,
I'm not going
If you was
outside.
an influencer, I can understand.
right?
How much would y'all do?
I'm not knocking you for your number.
I am.
I'm just gonna be a
It's
little
an
bit.
image thing. I'm sorry. I'm black. I'm
I
black
get-
and I'm proud, bro. If
Set
I
us
don't get
free.
a cut, bro, I'm in depressing mode, man.
Facts.
Set us free.
I get it, but
How much?
yo, because you know,
I just raised
right.
Yeah, he don't play.
You, well,
No. I'm
I-
not going wild out
before
like
you. Before you answer, all right, I should have asked y'all this too. How when's the last time y'all just let y'all hair grow without getting cut? When's the longest time?
Yeah,
What's the last time, and how long did you grow it out for?
It would probably have been before I got my dreads.
Yeah. Same thing. Well, I didn't have dreads. We just had
When
this
I had little
discussion. We
twists
don't
and
gotta
shit
go
like
back
that,
into
so-
it.
Yes, we have.
Maybe about a month and some change. Because
Now
I
a
had, yeah.
Well, my hair goes quick. So I want to say maybe like
It really does.
Lucky
3
you.
We gotta put
months,
that flashback
2
in when he had to shave.
2 months,
Oh,
3
like in
months.
2 weeks. This shit, I was like, wow.
Little Washington.
Yo, cool out, guys.
Hancock and all
Guys gotta relax. Y'all lucky the ski mask just couldn't. If it was, oof, it was just
It
too
was-
technical.
See you
To
with a
get through that
shiesty.
whole-
Cause I was like, why is he wearing a shirt? And I was late that day too.
I could have got through the whole pod if it wasn't for that damn dog and those meddling kids. Nah, but honestly, I feel like 15 racks is a good number.
15.
Let me justify.
Mhm.
So 12 months, right? I get my haircut once a month, $40.
$40?
Yeah.
Well, you got a bed, so take a little more work.
Yeah, they real like with the facial.
Nigga, other people getting $100 haircuts from
No,
what
I
I've
get
been
it.
told.
No, I
These
get it.
haircut
$80
man,
haircuts. I'm
for like the simplest fade and Caesar charging $100 fucking.
I mean, those it's the clientele.
To your shit, bro.
It's the clientele. If you
Alright.
get high
I ain't gonna knock the
clientele.
barbers. Knock it. Get
Uh,
your hustle. Facts.
So what? 40 times 12. Quick math.
I
All
got
right.
you.
600.
No, I'm just saying. I'm doing a.
Yeah, 600.
You know.
That'd be 480, sir.
Yeah.
And imagine that's the crazy part. Imagine the amount of money you saving.
All right.
You are saving money,
saving
but
money.
I look ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
Like
your
with
look
me,
isn't
I'm
effective.
putting my barber money
Bro.
in my bank account, man.
By
Then
the
again,
by the end of the year,
You be
I'll
able to
look
see
like.
who really rock with you without a haircut. You feel me? You be
Hey,
like,
man,
you
we
got-
in relationships.
that
We don't got to
might-
worry about
that's
this type
gonna
of
be
shit.
tough.
I mean,
That's gonna your girl's gonna be like,
yo, that's what I'm saying. Your girl.
Hey, man, what can you do?
So yeah, 15 rats because I'm gonna look like Frederick Douglass for sure.
Frederick Douglass.
by December 31st, I'm gonna look like
15.
I
So that's
just-
1500,
1,000.
15,000,
15K.
15K. All right.
Yeah.
What you got, bro?
So I respect the 15K. I can't respect.
Where
your
are you
9
starting
mil.
at though? Are you starting like that or are you?
I'm starting like this.
clean.
Oh,
cut?
lucky you.
I'm starting like that's what I'm saying.
Lucky
so
you.
I got more of a build than the two of y'all combined.
Yeah,
with
if I
since
had
my
dreads,
hair.
I wouldn't
'Cause
give a fuck too
That's
much.
why I said this would be easy if you had your shit.
Yeah.
So I
Mm.
get a cut, which is like $35.
Yeah.
I give him 40 for tip.
Mhm.
And my hair ranges between like 100, 150 on, depending on the style, or if I want something added, maybe 200.
Mhm.
So you figure what? You
So
got-
wait, does getting your locks twisted count? Getting your
Yeah.
dreads retwisted count?
Yeah, that's because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I didn't know if you wanted to count that part.
it should.
You gotta count that.
You
Why
have
wouldn't
to.
you?
No, I didn't know. You just said go to the barber. So
Well, he was talking to us. I
Yeah.
mean, you are. You're about to.
eventually,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
But I feel like I have to add that
Fuck
because my shit could get matted. My shit,
Right.
Like
No, I know what it's like. The
Yeah,
hair starts to poke out
yeah.
and shit. It's like
and,
random.
I remember when I started growing my hair, like that's the one thing I never wanted, like, cause I that's why what I avoid. I don't like when the niggas let that shit just go, and it just look like wolf
Patches
pack.
of
Yeah,
hair.
Patches of hair, just
Like
This
mountains
is-
you know what I'm
and
saying?
shit.
Like,
Ironic.
So how much would you do?
why is that ironic?
As we just had a whole
Move
discussion
on.
about this.
Let's move on.
We just keep coming back
Move
to it.
on.
We keep coming back to it.
Just move on.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm trying to fight it.
Go.
It's hard. It's so
Let it
hard.
Oh,
go.
you are evil. I wanted people to know.
It's not
how
my
evil
fault,
this
bro.
is.
Just let it go.
I'll tell
You're sweating. You're walking 11
Let it
miles. Like
go.
freaking hair's unraveling. It's like, yo, what's
Keep
going
going.
on?
Tie it up.
Keep
though.
going.
I
Don't
keep
worry
it
about
tied-
him.
I keep it tied up now. Now they have ways you could tie up your hair. And
They didn't
stuff
have
like
that
So
9
the
years
most I would
ago.
do out of that year, huh?
They didn't have that 9 years ago. Times were different.
Times were different. Okay, I'll give it to
I'm done with y'all.
you. I'll
niggas,
give it
man.
to you.
All right, go ahead.
I'll give it to you.
So what's
They
your
didn't-
number?
They didn't have the satin and all that. Shit.
They did
Yeah,
it.
did.
They did it.
I'll
I'm
give
just
it
being
Super Saiyan
fair.
satins and
Just
shit.
being
Yeah.
fair. Just being fair.
All right. So if I could calculate it in my head, because you're talking about a year without cutting my hair or like doing my hair.
So technically, you're spending like, let's say, roughly like $250
like
a month.
$250
A
like,
month.
A month.
A month?
A month. I'm spending.
He
on
I
just
didn't even do my
said
dreads
that.
I don't retwist.
No,
my-
but you gotta remember,
Well-
I'm getting a haircut and getting I don't say every. So whenever I get my hair done, I keep the style for at least no longer than 6 weeks, maybe 5 to 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, you can't keep your hair. I mean, if you want healthy hair, you don't want to keep it, especially if you got it tied up.
I usually do it like 2-3 months. About the same. Usually for me because
This is a little different.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
yeah, you
situation's
have
a
long,
little
you got
different.
longer hair. Than
That's
I
not
do.
what I was gonna say. But
Yeah.
okay.
And I'm gonna say what he was gonna say. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
Right? Don't do it.
Okay. I'll deal with y'all later.
We're all unity. This is
I'll
like
deal with y'all niggas later.
unity.
Go ahead. What's the price?
All right, so $250,000, so 500,000.
500,000.
Damn, I'm just a little
You
cheap
a little
whore
broke boy
over
right
here.
there, man.
Hey, listen,
Which
man.
is crazy. I
Sometimes
said
it's cheap.
500,000. This man said 9 mil.
At least a
9
mil.
mil.
At least a mil, bro.
I feel like I could really get.
I'll accept a mil.
Men getting their haircuts is a mental health thing.
That's true.
Men don't feel at least good without getting a haircut,
Yeah.
or feel
You
10
feel like a
times
new
better.
man. Like,
Yeah, that's a
Want to
fact.
run some errands and wear some gray sweatpants and shit. I mean, it's a thing, bro. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So we good on mental health and everything. So I want to have a serious conversation with y'all, if we can have this serious conversation.
Set us free.
So I have been doing a little bit of black coaching, where I have to show my girl certain black movies that she's never seen,
Okay.
such as Higher Learning, Tales from the Hood. We had this discussion already about basically, you ain't black if you ain't watch these movies type shit or whatever like that. And that's just us having fun, basically. So I also had this conversation. I seen a TikTok video where the guy was saying something about, you talk about you guys weren't white history, but white history is full of death, carnage, massacres, and all this extra shit. So you can't have the right to say that you want white history when it's talked about every single day. So I had like a discussion with her where I said, basically, I don't believe in the fact that everything we went through is smalled into like a month, like you said, basically 400 years of whatever's going on and shit like that. So one, I wanted to know if you guys have ever been pressured to be, what's the word? Like a good example of your race. Like ever have somebody say, you're a black man in America, you should be, having high grades or something like that, or you should be.
So you kind of want to know, like, if we had to basically go.
Like, has anybody ever pressured you to be like the black face of your culture or something?
Above the stigma.
Yeah, basically to be above a statistic, or have you ever been able just to be a regular person or a black young male in America without all that pressure and stuff like that? I'll get to the second part after y'all answer that.
All right. You want to set us off, or you want me to start?
Nah, I wouldn't say like, oh, you should.
Pressured.
Yeah, I wouldn't say pressure, but it's like
nobody ever used race on y'all to say you're black. You should be able.
I feel like it went the other way. It's like, you're black, there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing to get yourself jammed up.
Okay.
Versus
so it's more like a caution, basically.
Yeah, versus like, you're black, hey, you should excel at
this
everything you do.
Okay.
It's like, nah, you're capable of excelling at everything. Just don't get yourself in a position where you can't excel, because now you're stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That makes sense.
So yeah, I wouldn't say. Nah, I mean, I guess I had teachers that were like, "Yo, you can do a lot with XYZ. If that counts." But like, I feel like that was more career based. It wasn't like, "Oh, you're a black kid."
Yeah, I mean, like from like outside of like education wise,
Nah.
like if your father sat here and was like, "Yo, you got to be like this because you're black and you're strong."
I want to say, nah. I'm like I said, there's more so the other way. Like, yo, you're coming home 9, 10 at night. They looking for.
Yeah,
They
so
looking for y'all.
that's just basic shit. That's the basic
if
shit.
you
But I got
causing
you.
trouble out there, type
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
So, nah, I can't say that for me.
Okay.
Right. I would probably say yes, and to you, yes. So, excuse me. I talked about I come from a heavily religious, church
Yeah,
background
so-
family. So that being said, while I wouldn't say it was maybe me now, I wouldn't say pressure, but back then we were expected to hold a higher standard because of like. And
So-
when I say we, I say me and my cousins, because we pretty much grew up together.
So, in a way, I just want to clarify: is it because you were in the church or because you were black?
both.
Both.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you're a black man of God. You're expected to be in a and conduct yourself and basically move in a certain way that's supposed to be. It's a little bit, if you think about it, it's a bit, I don't want to use the word disrespectful, but it's definitely like we supposed to be moved like we're better than the average
Person.
person. which never really, it bothered me in a way because it's like I didn't ask for this. You know what I'm saying? I was born black. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud to be black, but obviously the weight of I didn't know how much. It's funny because I didn't know the weight of my skin tone until like going after maybe the higher grade schools. So like 4th, 5th grade. That's when all this really started to become like, what is this? Why are what is the problem with my tone? Yeah, you know what I mean? But back to your question, I think the pressure it wasn't meant. Maybe even though it came off as like you're supposed to be better than people, is really supposed to be like you're expected to be held to a higher standard because non-minorities already sees you in a certain way.
Yeah.
So you need to,
like, your ancestors worked hard for you to be
exactly at this position.
Like
that definitely was,
it's one of them. Yeah,
is
it's one of them.
That's your answer. It was like that for voting as well. Expected it to go to like when the three of us was coming up, we can attest to this, I'm sure, where it's just like, college was supposed to be like the golden ticket. Like you go to college, you finish college, like that's it. That sets you for life.
That's what we believe.
That's what we believe because that's what it was instilled into us. And even like now, it's, I would say more or less Caribbean cultures, they still hold that.
Yeah. Near and dear.
Near and dear. We didn't really.
The weirdest part is I have a lot of Korean friends that didn't go to college.
Right. But
did they do a trade?
Yeah. Like
it's usually either or. It's not like you're just.
But
gonna...
they'll forego college for a trade, and I would even I commend them.
Would you?
I would do a trade.
Would you, if you felt like you could, like go back and do a trade instead of going to college or something?
So thankfully, when I did go to college, I really did want to go to college at the time because I wanted to go. I wanted to be an artist, so I went to get my associates for bachelor's for graphic design. I didn't finish, unfortunately, and then
it's okay.
Yeah,
I had mine, and it was just a waste for me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The passion I want
to.
Feel
like your degree is a waste?
No, I felt like I didn't prepare myself ahead of time for what actually graphic design is. So when I was in it, even when I got to my senior year, I wasn't. I feel like I should have put more effort into the programs and the things. But I felt like back then my ideas was a little bit, they weren't fully grown yet. Like I feel like if I had my mind now and I went back and actually did graphic design courses and stuff,
absolutely,
all the ideas would be pouring out the wall and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I came back home. I didn't do the field because I knew I wasn't ready for the profession. And then you're in New York, the mecca of graphic design and all these things. It's like
really hard to make a living out of
it. You're not gonna really do anything unless you try to find something else to do. So, but I definitely understand it.
All right. So last thing is like, so like to Travis's point, it was mostly that, and also one of the things you said is just like, be inside by 10. I have to, you hear it all the time. You're gonna have to limit who you are personality wise for those that are not of your complexion or culture.
Really?
Because they, all the time.
That's crazy.
Like you don't think so?
I've never. Well, like I told y'all before, when I was in college first with the white people and stuff like that, I did act a little bit differently until I came up to the point where I just said they're the two of the same person. So why not just combine those two people and actually act how I act back home compared to how I act in school and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you see how you still have
to
limit yourself in the beginning.
It wasn't, I don't call it limiting myself because it wasn't like somebody told me to act different. It was just like, I've been around white people since I was a kid. So at the end of the day, I knew how to act around white people enough to adapt to say, if I go to school with a bunch of white people and it's barely any black people, I know how to make sure I could like communicate with you or to interact with you or even relate to you in some type of case or something like that.
I see.
But no pressure. I can't, I ain't want to cut you off though.
No. That's pretty much, as terms of like, I could see both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Like in terms of certain expectation to go above because of your skin tone and certain things you have to limit yourself because of your skin tone, which is frustrating, honestly. Because it can be frustrating. Let me not say it's frustrating, because I commend those who don't who go above and beyond despite you know, being black as far as like, yeah, of course, like you did this not just because you're black, but because you're good at what you do.
Yeah, you had the passion for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
You have the passion for it, and oftentimes, like I feel like that should be more of like the conversation rather than, you know, just cause like yeah, of course we should take pride at the fact that this man is black, but at the same time, it's just like yo, he really went for his dream, he went for his goals, and he got it. As a man or a woman, he did that.
Yeah,
you know. So,
but I also had like that type of like depiction on me by like people of my own color.
As far as
I don't want to throw them out there, but
talk about it.
Nigerians are like the worst.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Nigerians are the worst. So like I've actually dated or talked to a Nigerian who basically was just like, you know, you're like my little urban boy and shit like that.
Wow.
Told like stories about how like she disrespected people where she lived, calling them ghetto boys and everything. And I'll be sitting there like, yeah, them Nigerians, man, y'all just disrespectful to like the people the same color as you, and it's crazy, you know, that they're the ones that have this high standard. But anyways, regarding
Eddie Griffin says that they that high and mighty, they act so high and mighty. They're the ones that didn't get caught or something like that. Something. So they act all.
Let's not
like,
throw that out there.
So,
but
that's just wild though.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong.
Yeah,
you're definitely not wrong.
But so I had like a hot take basically about I felt like the government just gave Black History Month as a consolation prize, and I felt like that for me personally, I wouldn't want my children to be subjected to the idea that Black History Month just stays in February. It should be, I feel like I would want to teach my kids basically the Black culture is more than just February. It's more than just the basics of MLK and Malcolm X and shit like how we were taught. Like we weren't taught every single thing.
Oh, yeah, it goes so much.
It goes so much deeper. Yeah, and I just recently watched 12 Years a Slave just because when we were kids growing up, it was like we see so many slave movies when we were kids that when you get old enough, you be like, all right, another slave movie and shit like that. But
nah, there was a run.
Back to back. Basically,
it kind of was to me frustrating. It's like, is this what? It's funny because I had this conversation recently too, and this person, I won't say her name, but it was a girl, and she had a good point where it's like, why is it also that we're also put in this media, the same type of media, wherein it's like 12 Years a Slave or
trauma,
how they see us, and they're right, it's trauma. It is trauma, and I don't think we should. I'm not saying forget about the trauma because like I that's a part of us. You can't let that go. But I do think we should also show how
what came out of it.
What came out of it.
Yeah.
How much we've grown.
Yeah.
You know, not just
where it came
from. But
basically.
I do also agree with you. It's like we should acknowledge that history. How a month is not enough
for 400 years, basically.
And you know, much like we don't have to go too into it, but much like your Pride months, your everything. Yeah, it's a constellation in terms of just appeasing the American people. Say like, hey, look,
I've had that same conversation.
You know,
definitely.
we like our African Americans.
Yeah,
we give you the month, the shortest month, but hey, it's something.
Now we like
and
our
that
Americans.
If you think about it, if you go deeper, it just shows as much as like, look, we've come from 400 years of slavery. In that time period, we've came from taking scraps and making it gold. This is the shortest time of the month. We get a leap year every 4 years. We make the most out of even the little bit that we get. You know what I'm saying? So that is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
But it's also something to also be aware that like this shit does go deeper than just a month.
So yeah, I finally watched the movie basically. I felt terrible. I actually, what really had me only choked up in that entire movie was when he had to whip Lupita himself. Which is very fucked up. Now, I thought it was a great movie. I can't say everything in that movie actually happened the way it did, because I don't think if I beat up a white man and shit that I'm actually gonna live to tell the fucking tale.
That actor too that played the white guy. That's what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name, but he plays the Riddler in the newer Batman movies.
But
I liked him I still like him as an actor, but yo, when you hear your favorite actor saying nigga a lot, and he is not black,
but it was
wild.
also just the movie just also depicted a free man going back, and I felt like if
being tricked to go back, they pretty much
basically.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there saying to myself, okay, you're free, but you're not really ever going to be free, because if it's that easy for me to send you back to slavery, then how free do you really think you are and shit?
True.
And then I also felt terrible because it's like, of course, a white man recognized you in your actual name, but what about everybody else that you left behind? What about Lupita, who's sitting here being raped and all this extra shit, who just went through all this trauma that now you're leaving and stuff like that? But I had a little nigga moment at the end, to be honest with you. If we're gonna keep it real, I thought that dude holding the baby was like like the new father
Oh my God.
in the family.
Yo,
Oh
you
my
stupid.
I was sitting there, I was like, yo, there's no way you just spent for 12 years and your wife got a whole new nigga and a baby, fam. Like, that's just disrespectful, bro. Like,
Listen.
I'm sorry. Did y'all think that for a second? I didn't really think the daughter grew up enough to have like a family. Like, that's
It
my husband.
wasn't-
I was like, oh my God.
It was an interesting ending.
Like, I was sitting there like, well, I was like, damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's like after all of this,
Like-
this is what you come home
for
to?
real, like, it's like, I can't even call this home no more. Like, this
Right.
is Stat Pops. Like,
Right. Oh,
it's nice to meet you, sir. Who the fuck are you? You fucking my wife. Now you got a baby by her? Like, some disrespectful shit. But my serious question to y'all basically is, what is it, or how would you try to implement to your future children about this black culture? Because let's keep it a buck, black culture has been influential in every aspects of life for God knows how long. And I'm definitely proud to say that I'm a part of black culture and everything that it comes with, whether negative or positive. You have to just accept it for what it is, because I think every other race has to do the same thing. So let's just keep it a buck. But what is like one message you would give regarding your children's race
As far as like
as an
culture,
advice, or just whether it be to say like you're black, you're proud, whatever it is, if it's affirmations, what would you do to make sure that they understand that February is not enough for us?
Right.
Listen, you were born as royalty,
Hey.
you know, and you have to instill that from the jump,
Mm-hmm.
because even, I don't want to say let's take black out of it, but black kids are ruthless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kids don't give a fuck. And they say what they feel, how they feel, when they feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So the simple fact that a child can go outside and be called ugly for something that's probably not ugly, like,
Or
you
not
know,
their control.
yeah, like you could get teased for like having a lot of hair. You could get teased for having no hair. You could get teased for, I don't know. It's like, you know, kids are.
Did you see that shit?
What?
This pops, he cut off his son's dreads because he was making fun of a cancer kid.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the kid was
And
like
the kid was
screaming,
and
like,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
I saw
I
that.
saw
But
that.
that's
That's a little different though.
That's
We'll talk about that another time.
That's tough parenting.
That's
Yeah.
real tough parenting.
But nah, like,
I mean, I've seen worse, to be honest with you, than just cutting off the hair.
A boy's hair is different, but a girl's hair is a little, like, I had that conversation where, like, what if it was your daughter? And I would sit there like,
I'm just saying,
her
cut your hair,
hair?
come from they beat the crap out of you in front of
You
you.
gotta-
Like,
well, it gotta be a way for her to learn, like,
Right.
hey,
Something.
You
Hey.
can't,
yeah,
you know, you can't go about life like doing
shit, put on like
shit like that.
that little bald
Bald
wigs and
thing.
shit.
I was about to say that.
and
Yeah,
put on like the
And you
cancer
have-
bandit,
you
you
gotta
really
wear this
bandage
for
and
like
shit?
if
a
you
week.
If you really want to punish him,
bandana.
don't cut all of his hair or cut half. Have him to have the George Jefferson.
out.
Really. But see,
Okay, just answer the question for me. What exactly you said you?
yeah, I
wanna-
didn't interrupt.
Nah, you have
Nah,
to
you-
instill that every day. Like every day, you kind of gotta like,
so you gonna call him? You gonna be like
Yeah,
Morning King and
or
all that
like-
stuff.
you know, we start at the base. You know, princess, prince, and as they grow, you know,
Yeah.
king, queen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this house that hopefully or loft or whatever I'm residing in.
All right.
This is a kingdom of sorts.
Yeah.
And you will have your own eventually. I'm the king of this castle. Okay.
Until you find
you
your
will be
own.
the king of your castle.
All right.
And you have to understand that you are going to go outside and get. I remember Jay-Z was talking about Kanye in this regard. He was like, Kanye is like the dude that goes out and he goes to the top of the hill. The Indians shoot all the fucking arrows at him. And he comes back like, here's how we beat them.
Wow.
That is kind of what I would tell them. Not in that sense, but like, listen,
But you'll give them the tools to go out.
once you step foot outside this door, know that you need to have a lot of self-love for yourself, a lot of discipline, and just know how to have awareness and move in this world, because this world is not really rooting for you.
Right.
Okay.
So
I like that. I like that a lot. I'll try to make mine quick too. So, as a future parent, I always told myself and prayed to myself and hoped that like I want to instill my kids with not just love but also like strength. Because the one thing I don't want to do is try to like I don't want to just obviously I want my kids to grow with some love and respect for me, as their father, whatever like that. But I also need them to know, much like Travis, is that being that I am their father, I have to actually give them the tools and reality of life. And sometimes it's not good.
Right.
Most of the time it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
You mentioned the whole situation with the kids, getting his haircut and the cancer patient. My rule is this. If my job is to teach you. If I teach you and I tell you why something is wrong and we go through it, why can't I talk about this person with the ball, with the ball head? Because they have an affliction that's killing them, that they can't suffer. They're effectively dying.
They're suffering.
And they're suffering, and you're making fun of them. You're making them feel bad. They're not going to be here no more. I've told you this. You looked into my eyes. I've explained this to you. If you tell me you understand, the next time you do it and I punish you, that's you can't,
it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can. I mean, you're a kid. I mean, none of us want to be beaten when we were kids, but it is what it is. But going back to the question, one thing I remember when Chris Rock had the stand-up tambourine, and I don't want to say that's one of my favorite stand-ups, but it really helped me see. It was like the first stand-up that Chris Rock had in a while that made me see like, oh wow, this dude, he's human too. He's really like, he's come from such a long way. He's been such a successful comedian, even outside of comedy, making shows. But Tammy was like the first time I really see this man like as a man and a black man and a father. So I say that to say like, he said something to his daughters where he's just like, in here, you're loved, you're protected, you're rich, you're like treated like royalty. Out there, the world don't give a fuck about you.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
you
two need to, he had two daughters, he said, you two need to understand that it is you two against the world out there. Not in the sense of bitterness, but in the sense that y'all need to hold each other down. So I say that to say, if I was to give my future kid, a message, not necessarily that they're royalty, because I don't want to say there's nothing wrong with treating as royalty. I just particularly don't have that type of dialect. It has nothing to do with it. But I do like the term like, oh, you're strong, you're a warrior. You could really, like, you know what I'm saying? You are whatever you think you can do 10 times that. And you need to remember that, like, basically you're stronger than you think you are. And I would tell them that, like, that same thing. In here, you're loved, like we talked about. Out there, they're going to look at you, they're going to judge you, they're going to hate you, they're going to basically be against you. You know what I'm saying? You take that, and I'm going to be honest with them, you're going to hear their words and it's going to affect you, because of course it's going to affect you. You're young, you're going to not understand. I didn't understand why I was being teased with the stuff that I was being teased for. My complexion, like, I didn't control this. But this is not something to be hated, or this is not something to be like, bad about. This is a joyous thing. Because people see you and they realize like you're different, and that is good. And you take that, you grow, you be stronger. And I'm gonna be here to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here to cheer you on and to coach you and to teach you, while I passed on what I've learned to you, and you take to the next generation. And through good or bad, because we're gonna be at odds, because there is never going to be a parent-child relationship where we're gonna always be, you know what I'm saying? I tell you guys all the time, very close to you guys, I tell you the relationship I have with my dad, not necessarily in terms of like the best man in terms of being, friends with him.
Or just being an equal.
Or being an equal, but I love the man. And I had to, at one point, show him that, Dad, I'm no longer a little kid. In fact, I've gotten to a point where I can teach you some things. You know what I'm saying? And I want that from my kid. But at the same time, I want to show like, Dad, you've taught me well. Let me help you. Let me teach you. I'm like, damn, I did a good ass job. So
Okay.
that would be my
All right. So off of serious shit, since it's Black History Month.
Yes, sir. It's
Wait,
Black
what
history.
about you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I told you.
Oh.
I like I said, I would basically just instill the history of maybe certain things that they don't teach us in school, since the logic is that we might be losing all Black history.
You know what's
the
funny?
books.
You mentioned, not to cut you off. There's so much. The one thing you said that I like is that the surface level stuff is important. Your Martin Luther Kings, your Malcolm X's, and all that other stuff. Rosa Parks. There's so much layers to Black history. There's so much stuff that is not even taught.
And this is the crazier part that I actually wanted to research myself, was the Black Wall Street and the Tulsa Massacre.
Oh yeah, oh man,
Very important.
Never learned about it in school, right?
Yeah,
so like I heard that Watchmen actually
that's what it's based off.
Off of. And then I realized how much racism was in Lovecraft Country as well. So I intend on showing my girlfriend and stuff because she's interested in it.
The Rosa Parks thing, in terms of like the whole Rosa Parks in the backseat thing. There was another woman
before her.
God forgive me, I can't remember her name, but it's always been said that, like, you know, there's some controversy in that because no one wanted a darker, pregnant woman to be the face of this revolution. Now, I'm not saying that's anything against Miss Rosa Parks, but that stuff is, to me, a very telling, history to talk about that I've never heard.
I definitely want to literally get into some things, some history facts that we don't know about. I gotta
post her name down here or something like that. I can't be out here.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, I definitely want to teach some things that maybe we weren't taught in school.
Absolutely.
I want to actually research these things myself. So that's what I intend to do. I probably just, I kind of feel the same way you guys feel, but I probably would also say that the world is not here to coddle you.
Rainbows, you feel me?
Basically, in some type of way that at the end of the day, the world is not going to give you anything because of the color of your skin or because of everything that we've been through. You have to earn and work hard for everything that you want to accomplish. It twice as hard, but if you feel like you did your best at something, then don't feel despair in failing. Failing is an important thing that you have to learn eventually, basically.
It's a new lesson.
Every day is a lesson, basically.
I'm glad y'all say that. I like that. I feel like people, I don't want to say need to fail more, but know how to bounce back from failure.
Yeah,
everybody
it's a new
everybody doesn't know how to bounce back.
Nah. And the way these people take L's is disappointing.
Yeah.
Like,
lesson, bro.
Man.
All right.
We're in a sensitive time, so a L stings a little bit more than normal, or more than they used to.
Yeah.
Bro,
like now it's like, I can't get over this.
Right.
It's like, you gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
All right. So let's segue into anime. Sorry
all right.
if we've been talking some random shit, but is your pick your poison part of it?
No. We could go into it. So we first thing first.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said pick your poison when we did it already.
Okay, it's all right. So first thing first, to celebrate Black history, and
shout out
to I wanted to have this conversation because I feel like, I feel like we kind of indoctrinated, or not even indoctrinated, that anime has a big influence as well on Black culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before we get into that deep conversation, we've had like an assortment of different animes that feature Black characters and stuff like that,
So who you shouting out, man?
That's what I was gonna ask y'all. So I have a couple that so I want to start off from our boy here.
Mm-hmm.
So like Trav, can you think of an anime where like they had like some sort of Black representation that you made, or at least something like Black representation that you fucked with or that you liked? You know what I'm saying? A character you want to shout out.
Afro Samurai.
I was thinking the same shit.
Facts.
And he's like the
top. Cream of the crop.
Yeah,
that's
top. Can't get any better than that.
And everything.
Yeah, bro. Facts. The name itself.
Yeah, it's everything.
Hip hop was.
That game was live.
Yeah, bro.
That movie was live. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's who I got.
Yeah. I was gonna say Afro as like I was gonna do a 2-part, but I'm just gonna say Biscuit Oliver from Baki off rep.
Biscuit Oliver is
that's a real OG.
That's an OG.
That's an OG, man.
That's That's a man who do what he want. Yeah, he in prison and all this other stuff, but he's known as Mr. Unchained.
Yeah.
That's his home in terms of like, I live here in terms of like,
No
he got like a mansion.
No disrespect, bro. That nigga love big bitches.
Yeah, he
man.
love his. He do got.
He love them BBWs.
He love them. No, he does, though, bro.
That's a nigga.
He really do.
That's the nigga.
You know,
That he ain't
Shout out
hiding
to
that shit.
Yeah,
Like
he
that
love
white
them
girl.
big white people, some big white women.
Big white women, man.
Oh man, I didn't remember his name. So there's a couple like, I'm a big design guy too. Like I love the I love not just like the representation, but the design of a character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do you remember Homeboy from Fire Force? I think his name was like Ogon Montgomery or
The
something.
one
like
that with the white hair, right?
he had. Did he have white hair?
Are you
I know
talking
he
about
had the fit.
you talking about the Guardian?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I know.
dude.
Who you're talking about. The Guardian with the blindfold.
No, not him.
Oh, you
dude
talking
that
about
was
the-
abused. No, that dude.
You talking about the one with the braids?
Yeah, he had. I thought he had spiky hair. He kind of looked like the character from fucking I can't remember these characters' name. He kind of looked like the dude from.
I can't see that far.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me. Send it to him.
Yeah. Send me.
Send it to him. I'll be
He had. Oh, perfect. He had what Travis had in the picture that we discussed. Here.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Love the design. Had the tribal.
Yeah, he was fired
like
for that
He
one
was fired.
episode.
Yeah, that's the problem. They
He was only one episode.
Yeah, they didn't use him too much, but I love the design. I like man, he.
Can we shout out Yorichi from Bleach, bro?
Oh, shout of course. Yoichi from Bleach is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Still thirsted off to this day. To this day.
Even when she was a cat. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I do like cats, but I mean that's a different kind of love though.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of love. But
can't
my personal favorite, besides this character, because I want to shout him out because I love his design, but my personal favorite is Killer Bee. Yes, the man
Yeah.
can't rhyme
Okay.
Yeah.
for shit,
Little,
man,
little
his
stereotypical.
he has probably one of the best debuts in an anime I've seen in any generation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He came at a time.
You didn't like his brother?
I liked his brother too, but he stood out. Like I liked his brother. His brother was dope in the sense of like
He was a big
unga boog nigga. Like he was.
Yeah.
The fact that both of them sunned Sasuke to a point where like now this is Sasuke Uchiha, Mr. What's it called? Deus Ex Machina. Man has more fucking like he can almost be killed and then free. Something always happens to this character where he just gets away with shit, right? Man, he just got the Mangekyo Sharingan. Had the Akashi rope. I'm thinking, oh man, this man is about to be a villain.
It didn't work out that way.
Enter Killer Bee. Son, this nigga so hard he clotheslined him, caved his chest in. For real. Talk about it.
But this is my problem.
Go for it.
I felt like once his brother forfeited his life to him, he got too cocky.
What do you mean forfeit his life in terms of?
Well, the second time they fought, technically, Itachi still could have killed Sasuke, bro.
Oh yeah. No, I
just-
mean,
Yeah, it was.
you gotta remember, Itachi's goal wasn't never to kill Sasuke.
Yeah,
was to
so it
get him
was
strong.
like, yo, bro, I'm a die.
But you gotta also remember, this was supposed to be Sasuke at his strongest at this point,
Didn't work
and he got sunned.
But this is my problem. Sasuke was really coming up talking about like, yo, I'm about to be a villain. No, nigga, you not strong enough to be a villain yet.
And then he goes, I'll shout out his brother too. This is the Raikage. So this is Killer Bee's brother.
Yeah.
He's a Raikage. You got Sasuke, he's standing at the round table summit with all the,
that
great
nigga was
leaders
ready
of
for
the-
war, man.
Greatly, he's like, I'm about to have war with each and every one of you. That's basically like the equivalent of standing at the UN,
Yeah.
like standing on the roof and saying, "What?" to every one of them, pointing bullet. You know what I'm saying? The Raikage got up like, "Come down here now, nigga." I think he Liger bombed him on the table.
Yeah. He tried to handle him.
And it didn't work.
He was like, yo, you too big. You can't handle me. He's like, no, I can handle you, bro. Trust me. Like,
So I love the representation. Like I love the leadership. I love I'm really attracted to charisma too. Like you can't just be I like the odd stoic characters, but you gotta have some sort of like personality.
you know what I
like
wanna-
unless you're like a Piccolo, you really gotta stand out.
You know
like-
what I want to pick out, but I don't think we can just because of the way it played out.
Mm-hmm.
Scar.
Damn, I don't know.
If he wasn't
nah,
Indian, it's more like Indian.
he's more like he's like it's
but
Rollins
still,
too, yeah,
like
nah. I'll give we'll give him like
Honorary?
Brown.
Honorary.
Honorary.
Nice, Brown.
Honorary Brown. I mean, hey, melatonin, man.
Melatonin.
Man.
I
can't think of
I'll think. I mean, there's a couple.
There's a
so
couple.
before we go into any deeper, y'all have any least favorites?
Least favorite black person?
Least favorite interpretation of a black. I have two.
I'm sorry. Killer B.
You don't like Killer B?
I like Killer B, but
Go for it.
I feel like it was like you threw a little black culture in there because now he raps, he rhymes, everything
If he did,
says.
I can see your point. But if he didn't move how he moved, and they didn't treat him like that, like basically, if he wasn't a cool character in terms of like his actions, I would totally agree with you. He's like, here we go with another style. If he would have rapped, got like, which was terrible bars, act all stereotyped and shit like that, and got his ass kicked, I was like, get this fucking man out of here. But
I'm not gonna say
he got 8 swords.
I'm not gonna say he was my
style.
least. I'm just gonna say because he seems so stereotypical to me.
Okay.
I would probably say he's probably the first thought in my head when it comes to black representation in anime.
I think if done right, a little stereotyping ain't bad. If done right.
Okay.
If done correctly.
I can't
Because
disagree
I can
can't
understand
disagree
your
with that.
point. No, I agree with you. That
But
you
I
could
can't
be
disagree with
typing.
that point.
I feel you.
I definitely can't.
For me, real quick, Sister Chrome from Never what's it called? Never Wonderland. The one when they chase the with the orphans and they have to chase the kids and they're really
Promise
feeding them.
Neverland?
Promise Neverland. I'm saying for Never Everland.
There was a black girl in there?
The fucking the nerd the one that was chasing the kids down and feeding them to the demon.
Yeah, I didn't get that far.
You
into it.
really didn't. She was in the beginning. The two nuns that was taking care of the children.
One of them was
Didn't you
black?
watch Prom? Yeah.
I watched the first season. I didn't remember her being black.
Hang on a second, bro.
Stanley
Travis,
Cruise.
you got any type of leads? I gotta show this man.
Yeah, she got.
You got anybody
I
in
thought she
mind
was
you can
white,
think of?
man. I'm sorry.
There's two of them. There's a white one. There's a black one.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about the black one.
Hang on,
You know how long it's been since I watched Promise Neverland?
bro. We was talking about it this the other day.
I'm trying to think of another black person
Yo,
in anime.
that's the problem.
That's how hard
so
it is,
limited.
bro.
So limited.
Yes. Okay. Got you. Lease. I know they
Yeah.
had some black people in Hunter x Hunter. The maid,
The maid.
the big one who would tear her arm off or some shit for the Killua's little sister.
Was she black though?
Yeah, she was black.
I remember the little one. The girl.
She was
with the
good.
laugh. Yeah, she was. Cool.
She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad though.
Um.
I'm just trying
I
to-
didn't see my second one. So there used to be this anime I watched. Technically, okay. I recently found out this character is Afro Brazilian, which.
It's like Afro Latin.
Yeah, you could
Something like
I
that.
guess.
But there was this anime called Michika and the Hodgkins or some shit like that. I did not like this anime at all. Like, I really didn't like this character. She was very annoying. So her whole thing is she basically breaks out of maximum security prison. She basically her goal is to find her nigga in sense of like she had broken into this orphanage to find the nigga's kids because he left his kid. The kid, which is Hodgkin, I believe, is in an orphanage. She goes and breaks him out just so she can basically find her nigga. It's a white guy, by the way, and go and give her back a kid so they could be back together. But the thing the route that she goes in order to do this is like, bro, you broke out of maximum security prison to do all this. And then at the end, I don't remember the end too well. I just remember how basically they find the dude. The dude don't even remember who she is. And then she remembers the kid, but she don't remember her. So you did all this and the nigga don't
no
even
reason.
know you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh yeah, I know you. Hey, stay right here 1 second. I'll be right back. She stays there. She gets arrested again.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I'm kind of probably spitballing. Someone's gonna correct me, but like, man, I did not like that.
I got a good one.
What's that?
The monk in JoJo's Star Crusaders.
Oh,
Okay.
I feel like JoJo characters, like
kinda,
that's a little
On the fence.
But that one was good.
No, I know
He
what
was
you're
fine.
talking about. Yeah,
He was fine. But this is the crazy part. I looked up black anime characters. They put a couple people that's not black at all.
No, yeah, I was like, don't go by Google. So
so they put Monkey, they put Luffy,
I just saw that too. I'm just like,
yeah, like what the fuck? There's a couple people in
that
here.
doesn't really check out.
No, it doesn't. It's really crazy.
Right.
But keep going. They
So-
put Sasuke on this shit too.
That's hilarious. Well, he black after that ass whipping. I guess he want to be black now. So, Trav, we gotta talk about something, bro.
Yo,
So-
go ahead, bro.
Oh wait, can we do Daima real quick?
Oh yeah, I'll take
Alright,
it.
yeah, sure. We can talk about Daima.
So, Super Saiyan 3 came out for Goku. We already know what it looked
Vegeta.
like. No,
So
Goku.
saying 4, you mean?
No, he did 3
said-
first. I'm just
No,
going in the
what are you
list.
talking about?
I'm breaking it down. I was gonna say 4 right after, bro. So.
But he didn't turn level 3, did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
Before he turned 4, he was 3.
oh okay.
He
Oh,
went into
correct.
3, and
Remember,
now he's,
you talking about something I ain't watched yet. I
Okay.
just saw the still shots.
oh, okay. So yeah, he was 3, and then he got help to turn into 4.
Okay.
But
So talk about it. How did he get the help? Tell me about the episode because you're already talking about it. So
he was fighting.
spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. He was fighting Goma at Super Saiyan 3, and then he had other help from other people, but he wasn't winning. So he got his ass beat still.
How did he turn level 4? Does he have a tail?
Yeah, he has a tail.
It just grew.
So this is what happened. Goma was kicking their asses still, even at 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's beat it down to a fucking pulp, basically.
He looks like a.
He's on the ground.
Right.
The old ass Namek just drops some magic to him, and then he turns into Super Saiyan 4. But it's not
What's
the.
is there fur?
It's
Yeah,
fur.
it's for. Is
So you're gonna be
color-
mad. You're gonna be mad.
What is it, like purple or some stupid shit?
It's burgundy. It's not black hair anymore. It's burgundy.
But they started doing that color since Dragon Ball Z Heroes. I'm not a fan of it.
it
but
doesn't. It
I'm
looks.
not a fan of
You
the
remember
look.
those Street Fighter games, the parody ones, where it's like they're miniature size?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's just big,
He looks
like
chibi.
forearms and shit.
Mhm.
And he's just big hair, but his body is bigger than his legs. Like he skipped leg day or some shit. It's just like,
Stupid.
man, like a little Donkey Kong, bro. Like if you really think
Little
about
Donkey
it,
Kong.
like a human Donkey Kong. That's basically what he looked like to me.
See, I don't know. I didn't want them to go to this direction, and I don't know what this is for. I don't know who this is for, to be honest with you,
I can't tell you.
because it doesn't.
I would have preferred it made more sense that they used the Dragon Balls to bring them back to human, to adults.
All right,
Then he becomes Super
because
Saiyan
the
4.
whole point of the show was their powers got like cut in half because they got made.
Yeah.
Little. But he's able to turn level 3 through the power of, I guess, magic.
I mean-
level 4 through the power
So
of
that
magic.
so I'm guessing it's because they're trying to separate, because the fact that GT was never connected in the situation.
Yeah.
That certain things are happening now.
But see, this was always my problem with Dragon Ball as a show, in terms of like the world building. They start off real good, and then things just kind of get rushed.
What transformation just seems rushed to you?
Transformations always seem rushed to me in Dragon Ball. There's no such thing as an unrushed transformation. As soon as we got finally, after what, 30-something years, we see Vegeta
Turn Super Saiyan 3
turn
as
Super
a kid.
Saiyan 3 as a kid for some reason. Okay.
I don't think
Now-
they drew up the adult Super Saiyan 3 like Vegeta.
There's concepts, I think if you also play Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast, he's an unlockable character.
Mhm.
He looks like Goku if he was
Yeah, just weird bulky eyebrows.
bulky
and
eyebrows.
Shit.
I will say I like this design a little better.
Yeah.
Just because I guess the short hair. I don't know. I didn't see how if Goku was, but
Still look like GT.
still look like GT. But like to my point, just like I don't know. To me,
I don't know how
I like
long,
transformations. I want transformations to breathe.
I just don't know how long Daima is gonna last, because it is against one main villain, which is the Demon King,
Right.
and they're fighting him currently.
And the main thing is, where do we go from here? Like, this is supposed to be
we will see.
post Buu Saga, so there is effectively no more GT. So
Yeah.
is it supposed to go to Super or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know, but I did hear something about Super might be coming back and stuff like that.
I'm sure.
I
I'm
gotta
sure
catch
it
up on this Dragon Ball Z shit.
will. You gotta watch Super.
Movie, you gotta watch,
You gotta watch mad shit. You just
I did
Speaking
that when
of-
I was a kid.
real quick. I want to get to him. Speaking of watching shit, we put my boy on Inuyashiki. Pretty good.
My son with the finger Glock.
A pretty good and graphic, exactly. Bah, bah, bah. A lot of graphic, stuff going on in that anime. So I kind of want to get a report out of him. What did he think? His rating?
Nah, I thought it was fire.
Yeah. Some key points, some likes
I-
and dislikes.
I don't really have too many dislikes. I think, well, the OG could have, it was tough.
Oh, for OG.
Yeah,
Hero.
bro.
This nigga life started bad.
By the way, I don't know if you caught it, but that's it's funny. His name, Inuyashiki, that is the old man. You barely see him, but that's him. You think it's the kid. Like, you think it's the kid going crazy. But Inuyashiki, that's actually the old man's name.
Got it.
Yeah. Or Yashiki, whatever you say.
I think that we had our discussions. But that kid,
it's a demon.
He's a demon.
He's a demon.
But there are others like him.
But he's also a child who did not take responsibility.
I think he was
actions.
a kid being a kid. To the most extreme level.
I'm about to say that's a very dark kid, bro.
That's a very dark kid, bro.
Bro,
I just want to kill a whole family.
You don't think there's dark kids? There's dark kids,
Nah,
dark teenagers.
You think mostly? I'm not even going to ask that question.
I was to say,
I'm not going to ask.
I'm not saying most kids would act like him, but you do have to think that there are kids that roam around like him. Let's be realistic.
But I don't think to say to myself, if I had powers, I'll just walk into this house.
You don't think that. You what if you're in fucking the Midwest somewhere where it's like, I've been playing with guns all my life.
But I already told y'all the fact that he didn't believe himself to be a villain is just
he didn't even think that.
That's little kid shit though.
That's just fucking crazy.
That was him being a child until his mom,
killed his own,
and then
he had to fight the old man and shit. And then he was like,
it was a lot more happening before he did fight that old man.
Yeah,
he did a lot more stuff than that. So our boy also thinks that he is not as bad as Light Yagami. And we've had this little short discussion.
All right. In fairness,
do you think if that kid had if the roles were reversed,
the kid,
if he had the Death Note instead of Light,
bro, what? He'd be wildin' still.
I think if the kid had the Death Note, he'd fuck himself actually. Because Light was he was a dickhead, but at least he was like smart. I'm not saying this kid wasn't smart. I just would imagine he's so bloodthirsty that he'll just like he'll just start writing notes.
He'll break all the rules.
Anime. He'll break all the rules and stuff like that. So at least Light understood how the Death Note worked.
He picked his spots fine.
Yeah.
Some of those spots were like,
Yeah, you're right.
Granted, all right, the kid, like we talked about the other day, going in the house, killing the family, killing all the reporters. And
shot a dog, bro.
Motherfuckers in the chat room. Like
the Discord mod,
airplanes. He was wilding. All right, he was wilding.
I ain't gonna lie, that man was an artist though. When he really put his mind to killing people, that nigga was an artist. This nigga was shooting through phones.
This
nigga did a whole symphony and shit of dropping planes.
Dropping planes on the fucking ground.
It was genius, man. I ain't gonna hold
I'm just saying, like, to me, I still think Light slightly, even after our debates over this.
I give you that Light had. I've talked about it. Light has the bigger body count.
I'm just thinking it's just a maturity level.
Well, yeah, but it's still at the end of the day, mad people dying for no reason.
Yeah, opposed to Light, who was at least at one point killing criminals.
At one point, and
then crash out. Like he was just going in. But this dude, Hero, he wasn't. Not his name is not Hero. He was just a demon off rip.
Yeah.
I think even before he got. So if you saw it too,
how he got. What he said, why he was there in the first place.
So he
asked him. He said, "Why were you at the park?" And he said something.
I forgot what he said too. You remember? Basically, he was at the park when like a ship crashed into him, right?
No, I remember
the alien ship exploded and it killed them both and shit like that. But why didn't they transform the dog if the dog was? I'm confused. That dog was normal. We killed 2 humans. What about the dog, bro?
Fuck it. We already expended so many resources on these 2 humans. We didn't mean to kill.
It would make sense, but I mean, a dog doing all that.
I felt bad for that dog at the end because he knew he was like, "Yo, my boy about to die."
Oh damn, bro. I felt bad for a lot of people in that anime. Well,
I ain't feel bad for that daughter, fam.
The daughter?
She got me tight, bro.
Why?
Because now all of a sudden when you in danger, Dad, come help me. Y'all ain't give 2 shits about this man. He was gonna die.
That's not true. Remember,
they treated him like shit.
They did.
They did treat him.
He at least was like, all right, you want to pursue like being an artist and shit.
Yeah, but that's after the fact when she started following.
Right.
That's not like
I will
Still
give
though,
you,
I mean, you know, just to be like, fuck
family
it, like,
fucked up, fam. I would have left their asses. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm immortal.
Left them is crazy.
nah. I mean, see,
They didn't give a fuck about him.
But you see the contrast, right? You see how like the point of the whole anime was like Inuyashiki, he's an older man basically being abused by his family in terms of like they just
don't think he exists.
they don't think
Yeah.
he just
They
exists.
don't
They
really
just they
fuck
see him
with
more
him.
like a nuisance. Yet he still is trying to do the right thing.
And he actually pays the bills
Right.
in the fucking house and shit.
Versus, let's call him Hero because I can't think of his name. Hero, who for all intents
He
and
wants
purposes,
to be a hero.
he wants to be a hero.
But he's not.
But and
Nah.
then before he got hit, like his life wasn't like he was just a regular student. He wasn't a bad looking student. I
Reading
think he was
manga and
reading
everything and
manga.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? His friend was being bullied, but you know,
He was always standing. That
He
was
was
the
always
weird part. He was always standing up for his
standing
friend
up
and
for
saying
his
like, "Yo,
friend.
don't fuck with him."
yeah, he would always stand up
So
for
how
his
do you
friend.
get to that?
So you can see the mentality in both different characters.
It makes
You
sense.
got this
It
character.
does.
You got this old man who's like mature enough to understand like I have these abilities, even though I'm like.
Keep going.
Even though I've been abused and I've been treated badly, I'm
Mistreated,
not going to
basically,
crash out on these people that I know somehow deep down love
Nah.
me. Versus this demonic,
Young.
demon ass young.
Well, all right,
nigga.
hold up. Before you add the demonic in there,
Bro.
a young teenager,
With a single mom, and the pops had a only that nigga
whole
black.
family.
Yo, that nigga had a whole
That
family.
nigga black. He's a nigga. He's a nigga.
Why is he a nigga?
Because his father left him
checks
with a
out.
whole other family,
when
bro.
you
Single mom, bro.
Checks
what
out.
is it when you sit in the when you sit at Chick-fil-A, you see your dad come in with his whole other family ordering food.
Even though his
Christ.
father did invite him to the shits.
Yeah, yeah,
It wasn't like he kept him out of his life. He knew he existed.
When he killed the reporters in front of his dad and took off,
Yeah,
I was
wild.
cheering though. I was like, yo, yeah, fuck you, nigga.
It's like, how dare you have a story? You barely raised me.
You barely raised me.
Fuck out of here.
But what was you about to say? My bad.
Nah, yeah, but you know, you're saying that he's demonic and all this shit. He is.
I know that he's young though, Travis, but not all young people are like this.
I don't think it's demonic.
Not
I just
saying
think it's
all
no
of them are
remorse.
like
I think it's more mindset wise. Like he gotta.
He
like,
doesn't believe in consequences.
Yeah, and he honestly believes that he's the fucking hero.
That doesn't-
I wonder what age group that is.
I mean, I'm just saying, man.
Young. I'm not justifying his actions. I am just trying to say that, you know,
Situation in his life hasn't hit him hard enough.
yeah.
to
If he was
be-
like, let's say 18, 19, 20, then maybe he would be.
Maybe.
He probably. Don't get me wrong. He probably still do the same shit, but
Probably.
it'll be a little bit more calculated. He wouldn't go about it the way maybe he did, like on some like, oh yeah, you're gonna die. I'm just gonna randomly
He
kill
did
you two.
because I mean, well, put it this way: what did it take? It took a girl trying to tell him like you could do something. He did do good at one
For a
point
second.
for a
Eventually,
second,
yeah,
healing
yeah.
people, like literally.
And then once they came after him,
Yeah,
he was like,
and they killed
"No,
the girl, and they killed.
no."
Which, mind you, before all that happened, he was gonna kill Shorty
yes,
Yeah.
he was,
He was plotting on it.
and grandma.
and grandma, and just like
And he was
Fucked
like,
up.
you know, I'll just sleep here. You guys are good. Don't worry. But that girl was an idiot. She was like,
she was.
did you didn't really do those things,
Right,
did
right.
you? He was like,
She's a fan.
bitch, I did do those things, fam. I kill people.
She
I'm
a fan.
sorry.
Yeah, I do this.
Tough
And then
titty.
Once she
Tough
died,
titty.
that was pretty much a wrap.
Do you
All
want to talk
She didn't
about
die, though. She didn't die.
The girl, oh yeah, no, he did. He brought him back.
He brought them back.
He brought her back.
Oh,
She died though.
because I
She got-
heard, I saw him carry out the mother and
No,
the grandmother.
when the SWATs came, they aired that shit out, and she
Yeah,
got
yeah.
bricked. She got killed.
Oh, okay.
He brought him back to life. I don't know
I
if
thought
she
they
brought
was
back the
okay.
grandmother. Oh no,
no, the grandma's still alive.
Grandma,
Grandma's still alive.
came back.
Oh, okay.
It was just pointless to me when he's sitting here stalking and talking about we go to Hawaii, we go wherever. Nigga, you still killing people. Why the fuck I want to go with you?
You
It
stupid.
don't make no sense.
Hey man, you want to talk about
What's your One Piece update, man? Where you at?
I'm at second season 128.
Okay.
That's what I got. This shit's starting to drag, bro. All right? I didn't want to tell y'all that, but I said it here. Okay? And it's becoming a struggle to get through some of these episodes, even though they're quick. It's 20 minutes, it's fine. But it's like,
Hey, man.
there was action, mad action. Now it's like,
He's approaching.
now we're just,
He's approaching.
Did
a
you
lot of
finish
filler.
Crocodile?
He's
Yeah.
approaching a
Did
lot
he
of
beat
filler.
Crocodile?
yeah.
Oh
remember?
yeah. So
You
what's
see-
after?
But you messed it up and told me that they're going to fight like 10 more times.
No, I was up 3 times.
That's
That's
pretty
all
much,
it was for you.
you know,
I didn't kill it for you. You
Didn't need
I
to
didn't
know
tell you
that.
how. I won't tell you nothing
I
else.
thought the man was dead.
Right.
Hey man,
Listen,
really?
I
1,000 episodes? You think the man is dead?
How am I supposed to know he going to come back?
1,000
Really?
episodes.
It's 1,000 fucking
and you
enemies.
think the man
this
is gonna be dead?
Yo, bro, he
We
gets
literally had a
friends.
conversation. Gear
Hold up.
5 Luffy.
All right.
So how this nigga died?
Hold up, wait.
Then till now.
Wait, whoa. Let me address this dude
That's
one more
crazy.
time.
That's crazy.
This motherfucker makes friends every fucking way he goes. He's just the nicest nigga in the world.
That's still
That's
crazy.
my friend, even though I met you 2 minutes ago.
He
I
really
can't
likes
stand
friends,
that part
bro.
of it.
Right.
Because it's like, if this nigga turns around and stabs you in the back, guess what, Luffy? You're a fucking idiot, bro.
Right.
But we'll leave that alone. Then, how the hell am I supposed to predict? He has enemies out the wazoo, bro. Everybody's looking for him. He's wanted. So how am I supposed to know that this motherfucker gonna come back?
To be fair, we should have warned you that we're given 1,000 plus episodes.
People
you're
gonna come back?
It's rare for people to die.
Jesus
Christ.
It's rare for people to stay
When they
dead.
die, they die.
When they die, they die.
They die. If
They
it's-
get defeated,
If it's dramatic,
but they don't
defeated,
die.
but never get
Okay.
killed.
All right, yeah.
That's
Okay.
mostly what's gonna happen.
There's not
Well,
really.
all right. In my mind, defeat means I will never see you again.
So let's just
I
say
think when you get to the part, when you get to the after you already passed Crocodile,
who's at the crocodile?
I'm really trying to remember. It's been so long since I watched Classic.
Right
fucking
now,
One
they
Piece.
are. I'm trying to remember.
I think you got an in between. It might
Yeah,
be
they're
that third
like
part.
going through an island.
He's been between some
shit.
filler, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of filler.
That's
But
why
once you
it's
get to
boring.
when he unlocks the gears,
Oh, you
And-
gonna love what Gear 2 come out.
yeah, when Gear 2 come out, when they fade, man,
You gonna
it's
love
cool,
it.
bro. You gonna love it,
Okay.
right?
I'm
But
not
it-
saying I'm
it-
not. I'm
but
just saying, you
in
know.
between time, we want to get you because we know you have bloodlust, even though you're the Buddha of the podcast.
Bro, it's
You
fine.
have some bloodlust, so we
It's
want to
fine.
give you some
Nah, it's
more.
okay.
We want to give you some more anime
This is-
to satiate your bloodlust.
I
You feel
just
me?
gave y'all some shit, man.
No, you gave me some sad shit. By the way, fuck you because you gave
Is
me
it
some.
sad? Is it sad?
Say the anime you put
To
me
Your
on.
Eternity.
To Your Eternity.
It is
Oh,
some
man.
sad shit. But
It's a great show.
thank you.
At the worst time of my life to be watching this shit. He put me on to some shit where it's like, why
had
am
to
I
give you that
watching
one.
this?
I had to give you that.
Why
one.
do you give me something I want to cry to? I'm like, what is wrong with you?
No bueno.
I wanted to.
I
If
couldn't give
it
it
wasn't
to him.
this man,
I couldn't give it to him.
I would have came at you like, what is wrong with you?
I couldn't give it to him. I'm sorry. I had to give it to you, bro.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
god.
And
Okay,
you definitely recommended it to him.
we
For sure.
we coming up on time. So
So there's a lot more he has to deal with, but Sky Island is next.
okay, Scott.
He's
I
gonna
don't know.
like Sky Island.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
Scott.
shit.
I don't like how you said that.
You know, I'm thinking
I'm not
about
gonna
like
like it.
rewatching some of this with you.
I can't do it.
I'm not gonna like it.
I can't do it.
I'm not gonna like it. Oh,
I can't
God.
do it.
That's why in between time I'm giving you some shit to say.
Did you start the one I told you about or no? You didn't get a chance to yet. Okay. We'll leave that for another time.
Shit.
Can
Why?
we do
You
it?
really cried about that?
I didn't say I cried.
It's
I'm saying
sad shit.
It's sad. It's a sad anime, but I'm
Yes,
like, bro,
it's a
he's literally
journey.
something that I just got over depression. You literally giving me
I'm sorry.
something that's
To be
so
more
depressed.
depressed
The
about.
dude is going. He trying to look for his family and this tundra ass storm.
He's not looking for his family.
This is the beginning of the. I'm in the beginning of the fucking
He's not looking for his family.
He's looking for his people. Who cares who he's looking for,
He's not
nigga?
looking
He's
for
in the
anybody.
tundra. Shut up, Ty. He's looking for in his tundra, looking for. Yes, he is. What are you talking about? Why are you walking through this tundra? To walk through tundra, nigga?
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah, that's
He has no family.
I'm not talking about the orb. I'm talking about the kid the orb is following.
Oh, you talking about the Eskimo?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you was talking about.
No, I'm
I
not
didn't
talking about the orb. And all the orb is doing is watching this kid die. He's going through this tundra. He got hurt on his legs. He finds this grave site where his people used to be, and they're dead. Like they're fucking dead. Like it's like really sad. So he's just like
Like I told you,
walking
everything
back-
that dies, he becomes. So his wolf died. He became the wolf. The wolf started following the kid.
It seems like it would be cool, but it sounds like it
It's
would
very
also
sad.
be-
It's
no,
a lot of death,
yeah,
bro.
I can't.
It's like death everywhere.
I'll tell you. We'll talk.
Well, how far are you?
I'm at a point now where now he's the kid now, and
He's March?
He's I don't know.
Oh no,
their
he's
names.
the Eskimo. He's the Eskimo, right? So he didn't get to.
He's the Eskimo, and they went to this village, and this is a fucked up village, and they're
Little girl
sacrificing
gets
this little
sacrificed.
girl who looks like a Funko Pop. And I'm
Nah,
like,
bro,
okay,
Pop.
I'm stopping this here.
Keep going.
No, I'm not talking
Keep
about this show.
going.
I'm not talking about this show.
Listen,
Hey man, if you want to have a tear, I'll give you a napkin if you want.
I'm not. I didn't say I cried. I'm
It's
just
a
saying,
great
like,
anime, bro. I'm just saying.
it is a good
To-
anime.
to
It's-
wrap it up,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
can we talk about the baddest man on the planet?
Who was the?
Jin.
Do not talk about today. You have
Jim-
to talk about.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
My boy Jim Woo
Baddest man on the
fucking
planet.
up the orcs, man.
That man is the baddest man on the planet.
That nigga said that ain't
That
nothing.
man is the baddest.
Nigga keeps
motherfucker
showing
on.
up, and now he about to.
Bro.
Yo.
He just showing his old powers to everybody. He don't give a fuck now, bro. This thing got bitches blushing and shit.
I
fam.
mean, to be fair, the way it's he's showing his powers, but like you see how like they're still like the man just saved y'all. Keep this in the wraps. Like don't talk
The
about
government.
it.
Right.
The
The
government's still
association
trying
is
to
like, yo, keep it in the
like,
wraps.
we gonna keep this in the wrap. But people are knowing, like, you know what I'm saying, how this man
I'm not talking no more.
No, don't say nothing.
Don't mess it up for the
Don't
rest
mess
of
it
us.
up.
I wouldn't mess up anything.
I
It's
already
just,
deal with a spoiler person.
No, it's not just nothing. Just chill.
it's just a situation. You're
Just
already
chill.
gonna know what's gonna happen next
No,
episode.
that's fine.
I don't
We'll
know.
talk about
I don't
it
know what's happening
in a
next
couple
episode.
of.
I don't want to know what's gonna
We'll
happen.
talk about it in a
next
couple
episode.
of hours.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right. We ain't sitting up bated breath at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
waiting
I'm
for
at
another
work. It came out at 12:30.
I don't. Man, listen.
Brother.
You could have watched this shit tonight.
But he's the baddest man on the planet. I still think I didn't read any mangas or anything, but I still think that this man is gonna turn extremely evil at some point, and I cannot wait. Don't
I didn't read the manga. I'm just giving my opinion.
Why are they gonna be evil?
I don't think
to get that much power, you're not gonna be able to control it at
Damn,
some
I'm
point.
scared if you ever come get powers, bro.
Why?
You
What do I have to do with this?
sir, you just.
Well,
I
he's
have
gonna be
nothing
the
to do with
calmest
this.
man in the world.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'll be
Oh.
cool.
I had twists.
No, because
Raise the dead. Kill him.
since we're here,
No.
now,
He's literally gonna be those quiet types that's like
all right, hold
S-rank
up.
type shit.
Can I defend myself?
He's just gonna be like,
Do you understand? Right. All right. That that
It's
was,
gonna be.
that's
It's like he's gonna be
build
mob.
up.
He's gonna be mob from like Mob 100.
yeah.
That's called build up of constantly hearing this man say, "Nah, he had braids." It's like, all right, he had
We're
braids.
not gonna
Okay,
talk about this here.
he had braids again. It's like, all right.
Then the
we're doing this
concrete
again.
just gonna trample.
and then it's just a little bit. All right. And it's like,
Little
I
shaking.
did not. It's
You're gonna obliterate me in like one breath.
braids.
Just I'm the whole.
And that made me, bro, I wanted to go into a whole like history lesson. Like the last time I had braids, I was 14. I was
Okay,
inspired
okay.
by,
Okay.
Hold on, wait,
okay. Guys.
I was
We've co-
inspired by Allen Iverson, Snoop Dogg, and maybe Bow Wow. Sad to say Bow Wow, but hey, it's the truth. And yes, I was 14 years old. I was a freshman in high school.
Mhm.
And yes.
This is far off from what
No,
we're
it doesn't
talking
matter.
about,
It doesn't matter.
but we gotta
We're
get this
here
shit
now.
off.
Solo Leveling is a great anime. You should
He
watch
had hair, cut his hair.
God
grew his
damn
hair,
it, Travis.
Went back.
We get it.
Can we talk about this after?
Just saying, it all connects.
Jim Woo is a badass and will continue to be a badass.
I still think his pops is going to fuck shit up.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I can't.
I
wait.
don't think we're gonna see the pop so a while at least though.
But when he does, when he shows up,
Yeah,
he
let's,
gonna-
I hope his son is just like right there with him though, bro.
I think at that point, we'll see.
But I did rewatch
Hush
it.
you, hush.
I did rewatch.
Oh, you read it?
I've been
Yeah.
rewatching. I put my girlfriend on to new episodes. Well, Soul Leveling itself.
Right.
And then I remember in the first episode he did say my father is missing, so I don't think he'll be surprised if he does see him. I just think his father won't recognize him.
Mm.
Okay. That could be.
But I don't think he'll
fair.
turn evil. I just think the powers will overcome him.
I don't think he. I don't think.
wonder
he turns-
what
That doesn't
that
make him
means.
evil though.
That doesn't make you evil.
I think the system. I think it's also going to be the system that makes him
Yeah.
evil. The system made him kill people. He had to. The system said if you don't do it, you're gonna die.
That was
Your
gonna
heart
be
rate
my-
stops.
That was gonna be my my theory because I didn't read it or I know
The system controls everything.
But I think the system is gonna put him in compromising positions where he has to like choose between the system or like
his life,
his life.
and he's
And
already
it's
been
gonna make
through that.
him do. Basically, it's gonna make him either do things he doesn't want to do, kill people, in which like basically be into what's the word? Antagonist that he didn't have any reason to fight,
Yeah,
or basically he'll die, which he's the main protagonist, so he's not gonna die.
I mean, clearly every villain that we've had, the system has been tricking these things to do.
Last thing I'll say is the opening is very interesting. You see how the opening flips between him how he is now and him how he was
His
then.
his body in the grave site.
Yeah, that's how it is.
That's-
And then him and the body in the gray is like how he used to look.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's like a
very interesting.
I
don't know
it's
if
like
it-
a
you think it-
soul type of situation.
Yeah.
Maybe like I lose my soul the more power I get or something.
I think that was happening in the first season. I think some type of dialogue of some sort like that happened.
Do you think he's like actually dead, or like,
I don't think he's
I don't think
dead.
he's dead, but he's losing
I
himself.
think he's still him. It's just that
the more he gains, the more he loses.
Yeah,
himself.
the little sweet innocent kid who was an E-reg hunter is not there anymore. This person has been through some trauma.
All right.
So he's
Yeah.
Just a tough guy through trauma or some
Right.
shit.
You might get the chill guy that's like,
Yeah.
I know I could kill everybody in here, but
Being
I'm just gonna chill
being
for
the
y'all.
big brother that he is and shit like that and stuff like that. But it might take somebody's death.
All right.
I
to
feel
like put him over the
to really
edge.
put him over the edge. Like if his sister becomes a hunter or some shit and she just throws herself in there. Or that girl that he
Yeah, he's the little
like the little girl and stuff
that
in
he's
high
trying to
school.
stop from.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Right.
go watch Solo Leveling. Other than that, we thank you for joining us. Appreciate y'all. We will be back with more content soon. We actually
We'll be back next week.
We will be back next week.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Next week. Gotta give them content, man.
Yeah, we
And
gotta keep it
also
going.
we are doing
The
Discord.
Yes, so we are going to be doing a Discord. I'll put the details on it on social media. I just say social media because I don't know what I'm going to put on yet. But just follow
Everything.
us on everything. Just follow us on everything. Socials down here. Appreciate y'all being here. Deuces.
All right. All right.